In the woods second, 2 lengths away third was Sunar, and about 4 lengths to Becoming Roman outside of Dane Beltar. From Our Perfect World, Okawi Rather Grand. Then there's a gap of about 3 to Danalaga Star of Gretchen from Tingy Rana. She's still back deep at the rear. In the centre, Dowry. On the inside, Song of the Sun from Free Friday and Legally Orange. Niagara Falls leads them off the back at the 1,300 metres, out by 8 lengths. Sunar is second on the inside now of Deep in the Woods, and they're about 5, maybe 6 in front of Dane Beltar with Becoming Roman. From Our Perfect World, Rather Grand, Okawi on the inside. Danalaga, Tingy Rana wide. Star of Gretchen stays near the inside. From Song of the Sun, Legally Orange. Then Dowry, followed by Free Friday. An accurate analysis has had enough. It's dropping out. Niagara Falls comes back to Sunar to lead by a length at the 800 metres. In third place now, Dane Beltar. It looks too big for Deep in the Woods. It's put up the white flag. On the inside, Okawi's making ground. Danalaga's coming home well. Star of Gretchen's tracking through on the inside. Tingy Rana dropped back. Legally Orange went out wide. Dowry runs on the corner in the SA Oaks, and Niagara Falls had a little kick at the 400 metres. Kicked again from Sunar, who looked beaten. Dane Beltar in the clear. Then came Danalaga. Dowry around the outside from Song of the Sun. Star of Gretchen gives them about 4 lengths coming around the turn, but hugs the rails at the 300, and Dane Beltar and Dowry reach the lead. They're very tired. In third place, battling away Danalaga. Star of Gretchen on the inside. It's now Dowry in front of Dane Beltar. Dowry, Dane Beltar. Tingy Rana's still there. Song of the Sun. Dowry. Dane Beltar's coming up on the inside, and Tingy Rana. Dowry. Dowry won it by a head. Tingy Rana was a massive run. Third in the race was Dane Beltar. A photo for fourth. Legally Orange, Song of the Sun, Star of Gretchen and Danalaga. Followed home by Niagara Falls, Rather Grand. Further back to Sunar, followed by Free Friday, Okawi, and a gap away to Deep in the Woods and Our Perfect World. Some very tired 3-year-olds, and there's one retired from the race. Accurate analysis. The jockey has dismounted, has the horse under his control at the 100 metre mark. The time 2:38.15. Dowry, she'd done nothing since coming from New Zealand. Well, not as much as the others anyway that she was against today. She was 8th in the Lakewood Stud Stakes. She was 12th in the Australasian Oaks. And she's defied Tingy Rana, which was a massive run. She was 3 wide the entire journey, Tingy Rana, from that barrier. And she seemed to cop a check at about the 600 metres when Deep in the Woods went back through the field. And bar for that, she probably wins this race. Unbelievable run, really, when you consider it all. But Dowry was beautifully handled by Reece McLeod. He gave the filly a stirring gallop going onto the track. She galloped through all the other runners and dashed down to the start and right around to the 600. And that stirring warm-up has really fired her up today. Dowry, she's taken the Group 1 SA Oaks, and again showing the value of the great relationship that TRSA has with New Zealand racing in making certain races, horses exempt from ballot on our big races here, and they do come. And it can be seen again that they come for a reason. 8, 10, 1, 12 on the SA Oaks.
It's the New Zealand fillies got the money in the Oaks, and we'll stand by for the first 4 information on that one. We might be able to take you back to the track in a moment too for the follow-up on Dowry's upset win in the Oaks, $33 on Unitab. All right, still to come is the running of the other Group 1 this afternoon, the Adelaide Cup. But next it's the Lee Stakes over 1,600 metres, where Bellavici, number 7, is not running. Reece McLeod, the winning rider, a Group 1 to Reece, and he'll be looking for another one with Transferal, who lines up in the Oaks. All right, Belmont is next, race 1 coming up in 8 minutes. Adelaide Cup race 7 still to come, but this is the listed Lee Stakes over 1 mile, and here's Cherie Buki with the late mail.
Well, they all have their rugs off now for race 6. Gone 1, 2, 4 and 8. Number 1, Studebaker. You know it handles the wet. Last start with on a heavy track with 58 kilos, so I don't think the weight will be a trouble, and is looking well. Has been firm here at the track. With number 2, Silvana, forget last run, lower than normal heart rate after pulling up, is another one, is a fancied one here at the track and has been firm around the mark. With number 4, Milanova, was very unlucky and is looking very well too, should be set for today. With number 8, Fly For Me, has been backed in quite a bit here at the track and has some placings on the wet track. So I've gone 1, 2, 4 and 8.
The first 4 at Werribee, 2, 1, 4 and 5. Cyclonic Bay was 4th, $615.90 in New South Wales and race 5. Let's again concentrate on the Adelaide Cup, which is race number 7 today. And Alf Matthews catches up with Dwayne Dunn, the rider of La Rocha.
Well, Dwayne, I'm very keen on your opinion as to whether La Rocha will actually run the 3,200 metres.
Yeah, there's a question mark on it to run the distance, but the way it went to the line the other day, it was full of running, and I believe there shouldn't be any reason why it can't.
You were able to give it every conceivable chance on that occasion. Will it be the same case from the draw today?
It's going to be a little bit difficult from the draw today, Alf, but I'm just going to play it forward as we did the other day and hopefully slot in. I don't think there's any reason to come back at any stage. I just would like to just let it flow, be relaxed, and then hopefully tuck in somewhere.
Nice and smooth in running. And also, Dwayne, you ride Written Journey. You've had experience in a jump out on it.
Yeah, showed plenty of class, this horse, but just a big question mark over the wet track today. It's got a real sprinter's action, so I'm not really sure. Maybe its class might overcome that, but a little bit of question mark over the track conditions, but I know the horse definitely has the ability.
Well, I want you to win the Cup. Good luck.
Thank you, Alf.
That's Dwayne Dunn, La Rocha in the Cup. But race number 6 is next. It's due in about 3 minutes' time, and they're at the gates. Studebaker number 1, trained by John Hawke.
Runner-up in a derby a number of years ago. Well done to the connections there. The red light's on. We're ready for the Pope Packaging Stakes, and they're off and racing. And None for the Road was slow to begin. Silvana, no speed. She's back with it. Away nicely, Scenic Warrior on the inside with I Do Blue. Vignor's pressing on. So too is Grundy's Crossing and Shanicity. There's plenty to get keen to go forward. Loves Here does likewise, and Studebaker is deep but just off the speed early. Further back came Circumnavigating. None for the Road going around the outside. Millanova's pressing on after being back early, is now deep and making ground. Silvana second last, and Fly For Me went out to the rear. Shanicity leads them, coming by the 900 metres, about a length and a half in front. Second is Studebaker in the centre. Over on the inside was Grundy's Crossing, and Loves Here is caught on a limb, probably 4 deep there from Scenic Warrior, followed by I Do Blue and Millanova wide with cover from Vignor Circumnavigating. None for the Road. Fly For Me stays near the inside, and Silvana last, and she's taking off wide at the 650. And the leader, Shanicity, Grundy's Crossing getting up on the inside. There's a line of about 4 now as Studebaker and Loves Here join in. Millanova right behind them. She's poised to pounce on them. So too Silvana. She's coming widest of all from I Do Blue. Scenic Warrior drop back. Vignor, Fly For Me, Look for Lucky runs near the inside, and then None for the Road around the turn. 350 metres to go. Grundy's Crossing hit the lead from Loves Here. Studebaker gone. Millanova and Silvana letting down with a run on the outside. Here she comes. Silvana's after them. Fly For Me through on the insides, coming home well. Silvana, Millanova, Fly For Me, Grundy's Crossing, 4 in line. Silvana, Fly For Me on the inside. It's Silvana and Fly For Me. Fly For Me through on the inside, and Fly For Me won it. Fly For Me beat Silvana. Third's a Photo. Grundy's Crossing or Circumnavigating late. Close up Millanova, followed in by Vignor. Then Loves Here, None for the Road. I Do Blue, Studebaker, Scenic Warrior and Shanicity in 1:37.60. She's landed some big wages, this mare. And, well, I know it's not a Group 1 race, it's a listed race, but it is a welcome tonic and a change of luck for Simon Price and Jeremy Gask. Vastly unlucky in the SA Oaks in the previous with Tingy Rana. It's only those that backed that filly know how unlucky she was, because you would have been watching her all of the way. But Price elected to stay near the inside. He did have to ride for luck. He knew they'd roll, he knew they'd come off, and he knew he had the mare under him. Well, she's run into some pretty smart ones in listed company here in Adelaide prior to the carnival. She's run numerous black tie placings, Fly For Me, but she's finally bounced through for a very significant win, a $100,000 listed race. Jeremy Gask and Simon Price. Wally Tonkin bred and races the mare from his great performer True Scent from Carmen Delight, and she was spec'd at long odds, 8, 2, 11 and 6. Silvana was looking to make it 3 in a row. She looked the winner at the 200. She was game right to the line. Brett Preble, Barry James. She's obviously recovered from her run in the marsh where she had a lower than expected heart rate after the event. 11 is third, Grundy's Crossing. A game effort, very promising horse indeed. 12 starts now for 5 wins and 4 placings, and 6 circumnavigating, closing late for 4th. 8 to 11, 6, 137, 60 as we head now towards the Adelaide Cup.
Yes, the big one of the day, race number 7. It's going to be a very open cup this year. The favourite at the moment is Bel Air at $6.20, but there's plenty of chances in the Adelaide Cup. But Fly for me, she's a very honest mare. Prior to today, she'd won $157,000 in prize money. She'd won 6 from 29 with 13 minor placings. So even when she's beaten, she's usually never far away. 8 to 11 and 6 are the numbers there for first 4. 8 to 11 has got third Grundy's Crossing, and 4th goes to number 6 Circumnavigating, and will stand by for all divs. Race 2 Perth is coming up in $6.80. It was on the 6th event. Now the Adelaide Cup in just under half an hour. And there's the latest market. Bel Air remains favourite in a very, very wide affair, $6.10. Turmeric's a chance, number 4, to be ridden by Simon Price.
One of Adelaide's leading jockeys, Simon Price. Simon, you've picked up the ride on Turmeric. What do you think of his preparation going into it?
Yeah, form seems to be improving every run, and Cliff Brown's very happy with the horse, and I think today's conditions suit it.
You've drawn, I would have thought, appropriately.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we can have a good look where we want to go from there, and the track's probably by the cup will start to, you'll probably want to be off the fence, and you know, so probably 3 deep and something like that, and so it gives us a lot of options.
Up to date, how have you found the track?
Yeah, I've only had the one ride so far, and I actually made some ground on the fence and then come out in the straight, and it's, you know, as the horses race over it and a little bit more rain on it, it'll just start to chop up on the inside, and I think you'll find they'll come wide.
Good luck on Turmeric.
Yeah, thanks, Alf.
That's jockey Simon Price, just getting up to the start there at Belmont, the best back runner in the smoke-free Adelaide Cup, which is coming up in 4 minutes' time. Totes there, Bel Air at $5.60 remains favourite ahead of Roman Arch, Chimeric, and then a couple of $9 hopes to Lordair and Bella Signor. And over to La Rocha. Well, she's paying $14 on Unitab at the moment, a little bit shorter interstate, but there's been very good money for her on course for the Adelaide Cup. And with the late mail for the Cup, here's Cherie.
Big race of the day here at the Adelaide Cup, with selections are 2, 1, 10 and 4. I'm going with number 2, Bel Air. It is one of the second picks here at the track. Has drifted slightly, but still likes the wet, and Greg Charles doesn't think the barrier will be a concern, and the Carlton Draft win is a good lead up into this race. With number 1, Roman Arch, has been solid here as favourite here at the track, and has been racing like it will get the distance, so I don't think it will be in concern. With barrier 14, I think we'll get back, and has wet form. With number 10, La Rocha, has had solid backing here at the track, has nearly halved its price from opening bets. Hasn't got wet form though, really. That's the only downfall, and the barrier. With number 4, Turmeric, a horse that you know handles the distance, won the Perth Cup over the distance and does like the wet, and has been steady here at the track. So I've gone 2, 1, 10 and 4.
The first 4 at Werribee, 3, 1, 5 and 2 the numbers. Pinchbeck 4th, $75.90 on race number 6. And stand by for correct weight at Werribee. But the Cup at Morphettville, Bel Air at $5.60 remains the top pick on the TAB. We are going to hear from another Cup trainer, Eric Musgrove, who has 2 runners, including Karazi number 15.
Well, Eric, you're saddling up a couple of jumpers in the Cup, but Nautilism showed a couple of years ago that they can be very, very competitive.
Yes, Nautilism, he went to Oakbank and won the, I think it was the Von Duser steeplechase and the Australian hurdle, and then came over here and ran second in the Adelaide Cup. Look, the thing with my 2, they are jumpers, but they've got a little bit of flat ability, and they're both very fit and solid, and will run the 2 mile.
Well, you've got Bello Signor going very well. We've all known that he's got a lot of ability, but he had some problems. But you've got him going well.
Yeah, no, look, he's just thrived since we've started jumping him and sort of out in the paddock of a day and of a night. He's just sort of probably suited to the environment, and probably he's come down a little bit in as far as the class of race that he's been running in too. But, you know, look, he's racing in good heart, and I thought it deserved a crack at it.
And, of course, Karazi will get the trip too.
Yeah, no, he ran fourth in a Melbourne Cup going back a few years, and I think it's second in a Brisbane Cup. So he can gallop. You know, he's getting a little bit older, but look, he's very fit, and he'll run a solid 2 mile.
Good luck this afternoon. You keep powering too.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
That's Graham McNeice with Eric Musgrove. And Graham, are there any last-minute changes for the Cup?
Match, yes, look, number 4, Turmeric has come in a point on course. La Roche, as we reported earlier on, has been the best back runner by far and away. Roman Arch is pretty solid. Has eased slightly in the last little bit, as has Bel Air. And the one that's come in late is Riley Redwing. Just as we speak, it's come in a few points at good odds. Number 3, Riley Redwing. Alf?
Graham, a very difficult race, and I suppose the conditions here open it up even further. Speed probably comes from Thunderha. Possibly Bella Signor might go forward, given the fact that stepping up in ground, it performed fairly well when it won at Oakbank. Very, very good speed on that day. The rising journey may create it to go forward. Look, it looked pretty good too, but a very open race. Riley Redwing, a query at the trip. We look at Roman Arch. I suppose you can always say going to 3,200 for the first time, they're always a query, but he finished off very well in the Carlton draft. Again, the speed was exceptional in that event. So the key factor here, I've got no doubt, is in fact the speed of this race. But we even see horses like Badger's Wood that ran second to Manawa King. Manawa King ran second in the Sydney Cup. You know, terrific performance on that occasion. But, oh, look, you keep going down. La Roche, I'm still hoping for it, but there's been terrific support for it. It can pull a little bit and drawn awkwardly. Bel Air, proven at the trip. The conditions of the ground do suit, but...
and Dainstorm's solid at his opening quote, too.
Well, it's the sort of horse that's been very solid all the way through bedding here, and the softer ground, again, is going to give it more chance than its most recent outing, when it didn't have a lot of luck, forced to go back from a very ordinary gate.
You've been talking to the jockeys. They say it's a genuine dead.
Yeah. And the odd jockey said that it's a little worse than the dead side. But look, they doesn't look as if there's a great deal of throw-up if you watch most of these races. Some are going back to the inside, and it'll be interesting to see what gets the runs and what doesn't, given that some have gone back to the inside in a couple of the recent races, and others have been tracking a little bit wide. So that in itself opens the race up even more so.
And as we talk, there's been late support for the mare Full Spec. Has come in a few points at long odds, number 14. But they're just about set. And for his call of the Smoke-Free Adelaide Cup, here's Hilton Donaldson.
And that was French Resort in 96. Before that, it was Les Lear in 71. And La Roche, which has been well tried on course at fairly longer odds, double-figure odds in. As Ford goes Come On Mate, selected by Tony Brassel on our preview program this morning, inside running. Big odds. Good luck. Ford goes Millseel. They're just about ready to run. Nearly set for a start in the Adelaide Cup. Last one to come up is the Tasmanian Riley Redwing. Riley Redwing goes in, and they're ready to run for the Adelaide Cup of 2004. Riley looks to be ready. Just need the starter. Here he comes to the side of the platform. Group 1 glory so far today to Dowry. Murray Baker from New Zealand, the winning trainer. They're ready to go. Ready, 3,200 metres. They're on their way in the Adelaide Cup. And Full Spec drop back soon after the start with Transferal working over from wide out. Dane Storm and Woodcut going quickly. Woodcut will find the lead from Dane Storm. Thunderha booting up on the inside to hold the leaders back early. Working forward also was Come On Mate going up towards the lead. And Special Scene was just behind them from Bello Signor. Turmeric was in the leading group at deep and around the outside. Bel Air caught on a limb, probably the widest of all at the first corner as they come around the home turn the first time, 2,700 to go. Further back in the field, settling with a nice trail is Stealth Knight. From Majestic Avenue, La Rocha, Badger's Wood. Deeper out was Karazi, and then came Roman Arch, who's one off the rails around Lord Erin. 3 wide, Riley Redwing, Pantani, Full Spec, followed by Transferal, and last of all is Millzeal. Down the straight the first time. At the winning post they race to, 2,200 out. And the pilot in the Adelaide Cup is Dane Storm. A half length on Come On Mate. 2 lengths away third was Special Scene. Woodcut took a trail, settles fourth, and 3 deep is Bel Air on the outside of Bello Signor and Thunderha the rails. Karazi's having no luck. He's 4 wide around Turmeric and Stealth Knight. Badger's Wood against the fence. Then came Majestic Avenue. In the centre, La Rocha having a lovely run midfield. Followed by Lord Erin. Riley Redwing deep around Roman Arch. From Full Spec, Pantani, Transferal. And last as they head to the 1,800 metres is Millzeal. The pilot is Dane Storm. He led from the start. He's going to try and do it all of the way. He leads by 2 lengths. Second placing is Come On Mate on the inside. And now Turmeric moving up quickly, goes up to second to sit at the leader's girth. So this relegates Bel Air to fourth. He's had a fairly tough run, followed by Karazi on the outside of Stealth Knight. Special Scene rather. Then came Woodcut, followed by Bello Signor, Thunderha, and then Stealth Knight, Badger's Wood, Majestic Avenue, Lord Erin. Well back Riley Redwing deep out from La Rocha, Full Spec. Roman Arch given every opportunity to run into the race. He's back towards the rear of the field as they go by the 1,300. With him is Pantani, followed by Transferal, and last is Millzeal near the inner. As they come off the back now, they've got 1,300 metres left to go, and the leader is Dane Storm by a length. Second is Turmeric, and 3/4 away. Third on the inside is Come On Mate. Fourth is Bel Air, followed by Karazi, Woodcut, and then Special Scene, Bello Signor, followed on the inside by Thunderha. From Stealth Knight, Majestic Avenue. Now the back markers starting their runs. There's Transferal going around the outside, starting to make good ground at the expense of Riley Redwing. La Rocha trying to move up in the middle. Wider out on the track was Pantani, followed by Badger's Wood, Roman Arch, Lord Erin, and then second last is Millzeal, and last of all is Full Spec. Back where they started, 700 metres to go, and the leader Dane Storm shows the way by 3/4 of a length still as they come onto the corner, and looks to be going all right at the moment. Turmeric under immense pressure. Bel Air wider out, Pantani. Come On Mate. There goes Riley Redwing coming into the action. Following him home is Millzeal, and further back over near the inside, Thunderha looking for a run. La Rocha behind horses, a wall of horses, including out wider on the track, Full Spec, Majestic Avenue, but Dane Storm kicked away at the 250 in the Adelaide Cup, led by 3. Bel Air battling away. Here's Pantani, Riley Redwing down the outside. It's Dane Storm and Pantani. Pantani, a former Derby winner, here is going to Dane Storm. Pantani put the head out, and Pantani beat Dane Storm. Bel Air was a huge run for third. Roman Arch closed for fourth, followed by Badger's Wood, close up Thunderha, and also Karazi right behind them. A nice effort, followed in by Bello Signor. Then came Special Scene from Riley Redwing. Further back to Millzeal, Transferal, Lord Erin, La Rocha didn't really come on from the turn from Full Spec. Come On Mate. Then Woodcut, Turmeric, Stealth Knight, Majestic Avenue pulled up behind the others in 3:27.58. Robbie Lang has tasted success here before with this very horse, Pantani, who ran in the Cup last year, and as Robbie said on interview just a short time ago, this horse carried more weight in the Adelaide Cup that he ran in the year that he won the Derby. Fantastic training effort. Robbie said that he was probably at the end of his campaign, but no doubt that given the ground has certainly helped him. He won the Derby here in 2002, ran 11th in that very same year. He of course ran 8th in the Sydney Cup last month, and he won the Duke of Norfolk with 57.5 kilograms over 3,200 metres. A dyed-in-the-wool stayer, to say the least, number 5 Pantani, and Kevin Forrester with a rare ride here in Adelaide, basing himself in WA, at least in recent years, and Robbie Lang at Banghome on the peninsula in Victoria. He's by Penn Tyre from Duamar, and is raced by Mrs. A. Handley, Mrs. R. Lang, P. Rock, J. Hennessy, Mrs. P. Kelly, Dr. J. Chamberlain, D. Maunder, and N. Niesick.
All right, Hilt, we'll leave it there. We're heading downstairs to catch up with Robbie Lang. Graham.
Yeah, I'm with Robbie now. You said in the interview that he was just about at the end of his campaign, but by golly, that was a good win at the end of the day.
Yeah, conditions suited. As I said, he carried less weight than he did here as a 3-year-old. The wet track, we prayed for the rain, it came. Terrific patient ride by Kevin. We're very happy with the horse, but it was just whether he was going to put it on the day on the racetrack, because in his work he showed that he was right there.
Yeah, and again it just shows the fact that, I mean, you knew he could stay.
2 miles, won twice at 2 mile in the last 2 months, so it's been a good effort by the horse.
Likes it over here too, doesn't he, at Morphettville?
Yeah, it's a nice trip over. We left him. We've been taking him away a couple of times since his Derby win, and he gets interstate too early and frets. So we left him here, arrived yesterday morning, had a trot and canter on the beach down at West Beach this morning, and did the trek.
I can always remember when he was a 3-year-old, you always had a big opinion of this fella. Yeah,
look, we thought he might have been a Melbourne Cup horse. He probably never will be. He's about a Group 2, Group 3 stayer, but tough. Schooled over 12 hurdles during the week. We didn't leave any rock unturned to try and get him right on the day.
Like his trainer, tough. He's tough, all right.
I don't know about that.
Congratulations, Rob.
Thanks, Ron.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations, because he's been a nice little horse. He's only won 4 races, but 3 of those have been group events. The Adelaide Cup, the South Australian Derby, the Duke of Norfolk Stakes, a listed race. And as we mentioned, he goes well over the 2 miles. So I wonder if they'll be tempted to take him up to Brisbane for a tilt at the Brisbane Cup, which has also run over 3,200 metres. Robbie Lang said in the interview with Graham, we just heard that the Melbourne Cup might be a little bit too ambitious. They thought he might have been a Melbourne Cup earlier in his career, and he didn't quite make it to that elite level. The Brisbane Cup certainly wouldn't be on him. He's a real stayer. He just loves those longer trips. No problem getting through the wet conditions either. You've just seen Pantani and Kevin Forrester. We should mention Kevin Forrester has been in the racing industry for some time. He's well travelled. He did some time over in WA, riding in Perth in the last couple of years, originally from Victoria. I think he had a stint in Sydney going back some years. He's been all over the place. Group 1 win for him today. OK, let's leave the Adelaide Cup for the moment. We've got Belmont coming up in 5 minutes. Gold City Boy, Ken Home, Ruling Icon and Dancing the Blues. All right, there's Kevin Forrester giving a salute as he passes the post. And let's hear from him. He's with Graham McNeice.
Yeah, Robbie gave Kevin a terrific rap, and justifiably so too. Your association with Rob goes back a long way.
Well, yeah, Robbie thinks I'm a good rider, and I think he's a better trainer. He's done a great job turning this horse around. He was a little bit proppy on that track at Moonee Valley the other day, and he's beached him and done the right thing with him, and I've been down the beach with him. He's a great trainer, Robbie. He probably doesn't get the opportunities he needs. Yeah. He's got some beautiful bred horses on the way through. I've had a lot of luck with him over the years. I've ridden a heap of winners for him, and it's nice to have the combination back together today.
Kev, were you happy in the run?
Very happy. It was genuine pace going to the winning post, and in past Adelaide Cups they absolutely crawl. Yeah. It was just nice for a horse like him, dropping a stone in weight. Conditions to suit, distance to suit. I think it all fell into place.
When did you get the call for Rob to come over?
Last week. Last week, yeah. He said, come over and ride a couple for me and get the old gang back together.
Whole firm back in action.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Good on you, mate. Well done.
Tremendous, thank you.
Yeah, I mean that.
Yes, Kevin Forrester, who's picked up a Group 1 this afternoon by taking out the Adelaide Cup on board Pantani. Now, they're at the gates at... been well supported at Morphettville as they head out. $3.80 Golden Harvest is there at $8.40. Heading over to the next bunch to see what Great is paying. He's at $5.20 and Algorithm is at similar odds. Race due in about 6. Correct weight at Ipswich, race 8, 11, 7 and 3. Voracious was the winner there, and that race is now paying.
And Polly Graham coming up, the WA horse. Polly Graham about to go in. So as our Sky Channel audience join us, that nice high cloud that we saw and the fact that the rain had ceased for the Cup, forget that scenario, it's come back.